welcome. Today we're going to learn how to get healthier by eating plant-based foods. We're also going to explore how to prepare some of those foods. The New Year's resolutions are in full force, and most people center theirs around their health or appearance. They often start with striving to eat better and adopt healthier lifestyle changes. Every year we see similar patterns. People get on a diet and join the gym. They lose a little weight, and within a couple of months they had fallen off the wagon and returned to the old habits that got them to the problem in the first place. During this resolution fiasco, generally many people fall for the fad diets such as keto, Atkins, low carb, paleo, South Beach diet, cabbage soup diet, mono diet, and many more. Most of these diets promise fast and easy results, and all of them work if you follow them properly, but most of them are not healthful. This means that yes, the diet will help you lose some weight temporarily, but can have harmful effects on your body. Also, these diets do not promote longevity and do not prevent or reverse any of the medical conditions that many Americans are struggling with. Conditions such as heart disease, hypertension, and diabetes. So what is something to consider when you're adopting a new lifestyle and diet? Ask yourself the following questions. Is this diet going to improve my health and wellness? Is this diet proven to improve and reverse conditions such as diabetes and hypertension, which are among the leading causes of medical complications and deaths? Is this diet going to make me feel happier and more energized? If the answers to these questions are no, why would you even consider it? So this leads us to the following question. What is the healthiest diet? Results from the latest research show us that the healthiest diet is not even a diet. It is a lifestyle, and it is the whole food, plant-based approach. This is the type of eating in which we consume foods derived from plants close to their natural form, meaning unprocessed or minimally processed, and eliminating animal products. So many people want to lose weight, and the easiest and healthiest and most effective way of doing that is to get the animal products off your plate. It is very effective, and it is backed up by the latest scientific research. When people follow a plant-based diet or lifestyle, it's remarkable to see how many benefits they get. It helps the heart not just prevent heart problems, but when a person already has heart problems, it can reverse that to a degree. It cleans out the arteries. It can prevent diabetes and improve the condition of those who already have diabetes. It can help the brain. It can reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. It can bring down blood pressure, and it promotes longevity. Now let's explore how the plant-based diet or lifestyle actually improves your health. Tackling high blood sugar. A plant-based diet addresses the root cause of type 2 diabetes by reducing fat buildup inside cells, which helps tackle insulin resistance and brings blood sugar down. Helping weight loss. Plant-based foods are rich in complex carbohydrates and contain very little fat. In addition, research shows that when people begin a plant-based diet, their after-meal metabolism increases, allowing calories to burn more quickly and for longer periods of time. Trimming cholesterol. Plant-based foods contain no cholesterol and very little saturated fat. Many are rich in soluble fiber, which helps the body eliminate cholesterol. Helping lower blood pressure. Plants are rich in potassium, low in saturated fat, and can help lead to weight loss, all of which can help reduce blood pressure. So we know not to eat animal products, but why? What harm do they cause? Here is why you might want to avoid meat. It contains high amounts of saturated fat that cause inflammation and clog the arteries. It contains high amounts of cholesterol that increases your cholesterol levels and puts you at a higher risk for heart disease. It is high in calories. It contains sodium. It might contain hormones. Animal protein is also linked to osteoporosis because it causes the kidneys to lose calcium in the urine. It is also linked to gradual loss of kidney function. But where would I get my protein, you might ask? There are plenty of plant-based sources like beans, chickpeas, lentils, tofu, tempeh, and even vegetables. They are much lower in fat and do not contain cholesterol, but what they do have is fiber, which is great for digestion and keeps you full for longer periods of time. It helps you stay regular. It also regulates cholesterol in your body. See, meat doesn't do that. What's wrong with eggs? There is more cholesterol in a single egg than an entire 8-ounce steak. 2 cracked eggs in your skillet amount to 9 grams of fat, not counting the added cooking grease. What about egg whites? An egg white is pure protein, and in essence that is good because it doesn't contain fat, but as we mentioned before, animal protein is linked to calcium loss and kidney problems. Also, there is the chance for salmonella. It is common knowledge that if you eat raw or undercooked eggs, you could get sick. Eggs do contain some important vitamins and minerals such as combination of B vitamins, vitamin A and D, biotin, folate, and minerals such as iodine, selenium, and phosphorus. But those can be found in combination of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and spices. What's wrong with dairy? When it comes to mammals, we are the only species that drink milk directly from other species, or we're the only ones that do so in adulthood. Most juvenile animals can drink and digest their mother's milk because they carry the enzyme lactase, which digests lactose. Lactose is the main carbohydrate in animal milk. Many humans are allergic to lactose or are lactose intolerant, and many people have digestive issues when they are consuming dairy products. Simply put, our system was not designed to digest cow's milk. What's in the milk? Large amounts of fat. Large portion of it being saturated fat and cholesterol to help a calf grow rapidly. In our body, rapid growth could mean obesity and the growth of cancer cells. What about the low-fat milk? When the fat is taken out, what you're left with is dairy protein and lactose. The dairy protein is a common trigger for arthritis, migraines, and other conditions. There are also sex hormones and growth hormones from the cow that interfere with our natural hormonal functions and have been linked to child behavior issues, including risks for disorders such as autism. There's also lactose sugar that can cause digestive issues and affect our blood sugar levels. But where do I get my calcium from, you might wonder? It is calcium, not calcium. And the cow is not the only source. Calcium can be obtained from soy and soy milk, almond milk, tofu, leafy greens such as spinach, kale, collard greens, mustard greens, bok choy, and many other green varieties. Even the taro root, or the kalo, is a pretty good source of calcium, so the cow's milk isn't necessary for obtaining calcium. Now that we have wrapped up what's out of the plant-based diet or lifestyle, let's talk about what is in and how you can eat and cook without animal products. So what are we going to eat now? You might wonder. In the simple words of American author and journalist Michael Pollan, eat food, not much, mostly plants. There are so many benefits as we mentioned, but some of the most exciting things about a plant-based lifestyle is experimenting with new foods and flavors. Another exciting part is you can eat without having to worry about calories or portions. In general, plant-based foods are lower in calories, which means you can eat more for less. That being said, be mindful of cooking oils. Oils and butters, even vegan butters, are highly caloric, so please use them sparingly. Now let's see what food to put in your shopping cart and how to prepare it. Load up on fruit. We're always advised to go for fresh fruit first, and as a second option, you could also stock up on frozen fruit. Try to stay away from canned fruit. It is processed and usually contains added sugars and much more calories. Select varieties of berries. Berries are very nutritiously dense and quite low in calories. Citrus, grapefruits, oranges, lemons, mandarins. Tropical fruits. If available, it's not only delicious, but quite nutritious too. Mango, pineapple, papaya. Eat the rainbow. Try melons, apples, peaches, pears, grapes, etc. Now that you have all that fruit, what are you going to do with it? You can eat it fresh, make a fruit salad, put it in a smoothie, or even make some frozen treats like ice cream. Did you know that you can make ice cream and popsicles with just plain fruit? For a creamy or nice cream texture, you can add some coconut milk, pre-soaked and blended cashews, and for more sweetness, you can use pre-soaked dates to blend them up in the mix, sugar-free sweeteners, or even sugar-free flavored syrups. In baking muffins, cakes, fruit breads, waffles, and pancakes and other goodies, you can replace the fat or the butter with mashed banana, applesauce, or pumpkin puree. Now on to veggies. Vegetables are staple for a healthy diet. Some are more nutritious raw, others have more health properties when cooked. The advice here is to eat as many vegetables as possible. They are rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber and are very calorically dilute, which means you can eat a lot of them for much less calories. Start with leafy greens. There's things like spinach, kale, collards, arugula, lettuce, radicchio, and more. Cruciferous vegetables. These include broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, red, green, or savoy, and other non-starchy vegetables as carrots, cucumbers, onions, asparagus, zucchini, and eggplant. Starchy vegetables are potatoes, squash, peas, corn, pumpkin, yams, and more. Your first choice should always be fresh. Second choice, frozen, and lastly, if the other two options are not available, look for the reduced sodium or no salt added canned versions. Okay, we covered fruits and vegetables. What else can you eat? Whole grains should also be on your list. They are a very important part of healthy diet. They are a very good source of fiber and provide complex carbohydrates that our body uses as energy. What are whole grains? Some examples include barley, buckwheat, bulgur, corn, millet, oats, rolled oats, instant oats, oat groats, quinoa, wild rice. When picking pasta or rice, always select whole grain or wheat pasta and brown, black, or wild rice first. Also, when picking out bread, look for labels such as whole grain, whole wheat, or high fiber. Look for less processed breads. Next on the list are legumes. Legumes are an important part of the diet. They are rich in protein and fiber. Some types of legumes are considered superfoods due to their nutritional value and medical benefits. You can use them in soups, stews, or even throw them in salads. There are many recipes you can find if you are new to cooking with legumes. You can also prepare bean sauces and dips to replace your dairy and cheese sauces. Hummus is a favorite one for many people. Nuts and seeds are healthy fats. We need fat as part of our diet, and eating nuts helps ensure that our fat intake comes from healthy, unsaturated fat sources rather than harmful saturated fat found in animal products. Walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, and pistachios are among the most nutritiously dense foods. As to the seeds, good options are chia, flax seeds, hemp seeds, and pumpkin seeds. Nuts and seeds are known for their disease prevention properties. Moderation is key. A serving size of nuts and seeds is generally a quarter cup or the amount that can fit in the palm of your hand. Nuts and seeds are fats and therefore are very calorically dense. So if you are on a weight loss journey, you might want to limit yourself to 4 to 5 times per week. Did you know that you can use nuts such as cashews to prepare creamy sauces or as base for cream soups and chowders? You can cream up soaked cashews with soaked dates with a hint of vanilla or another favorite extract to create a creamy plant-based frosting for your cupcake or cream for your cake. You can cream up soaked cashews with water, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, and some of your favorite spices, garlic, onion powder, black pepper, a dash of paprika, and salt to taste to create your very own plant-based ranch dressing. Try to stay away from fats overall if you're trying to lose weight. A good source of healthy fat are nuts, seeds, and avocados. Olive oil is also considered a preferable choice, but try to limit the amount you intake because oils and fats are highly caloric. For instance, just 1 tablespoon of oil will add about 120 calories to your meal. Coconut oil is generally recommended for the skin and hair benefits, but consuming it will add saturated fat, therefore be mindful if using coconut oil. To minimize the use of oils during cooking, try water sautéing, steaming, boiling, or baking your food. What else can we eat? Spices. Always stock up on spices. They do much more than merely add flavor to your dishes. Some spices like turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and others have many medicinal properties as well and considered superfoods. Make sure you get them in their powdered forms and not as a salt or rub mixture. Just a pinch of spice or herb can add loads of flavor, so don't overlook them. Choose low sodium and reduce fat condiments. Lemon juice, vinegar, vinaigrette, low sodium dressings, hot sauces, pepper sauces, mustard, miso paste, tomato puree, tamari, tahini, hummus, cashew sauce, sugar-free syrup, and etc. You can also prepare some of these at home. There are plenty of recipes you could find. A homemade sauce is almost always a better option since it is generally lower in sodium and doesn't contain the added preservatives and chemicals that you would find in a store-bought version. When it comes to beverages, water is always the best choice, but you can also explore other options like tea, coffee, and plant-based versions of milk such as almond milk, cashew milk, and soy milk. Implementing these small changes can make a big impact without going on a diet or following a specific exercise or meal plan. Changes can be stressful and hard to do, so start small and go steady. Mahalo and aloha.